Another day, another player spotlight here on the Mega Loot Gaming channel. Make sure you subscribe for plenty more going forward. Yes, welcome to the channel, and yet again we have another player spotlight. Today we are going to be looking at a player who I think has another fixed potential, and I did mention this in the last one, but in case you haven't done so already, very quickly, there is certain players, certain wonder kids who have a fixed potential and certain players who have a potential range, and it's pretty much down to age and experience whether they're really popular or not. The potential range means that you could have a player at the very bottom of the potential range and he's nowhere near as good as a player at the very top, and that is completely random every time you start a new game. So my player could be very different to your player. However, there are some wonder kids who does have fixed potentials, and this I think is one of them. So without further ado, make sure you are subscribed to the Mega Loot Gaming channel. We have plenty more going forward. Patreon members have had early access to this video, so if you want to subscribe to the Patreon for just $4 a month, you get early access to all the player spotlights, all the tactic videos that we have on the channel before anyone else does on YouTube. Massive thank you to all my Patreon members. Also a big thank you to my simulator Tom Hines for doing this simulation for me. Discord link is down below in case you ever want to get involved or download any tactics or the training schedules, which will be coming out very soon, free of charge in the Discord. That link is down below. Okay, all of that promotion out of the way, and we find ourselves in Holland. And that is because a player who has been phenomenal for a few years now on Football Manager as a wonder kid is still at AZ somehow. There's been so many links to him leaving the club, it's unbelievable. But Calvin Stengs, a man who I've managed in the last two Football Managers, a player who I really enjoy using, he still finds himself here. Now, he plays on the right-hand side, but he can play as a cam or right midfielder as a natural position, so he's very versatile. You can also train him to be a good striker as well. But he does have only 10 finishing at the start of the game, and I do think, like I mentioned before, a lot of his attributes are fixed at the beginning. He does look quite good, but he doesn't look world class. Not yet, anyway. So the plan is with Calvin Stengs is we're going to see how his career progresses. We're eventually going to give him a big move to a massive club and see if he can hang with the big boys. Left-footed player as well. He's 6'2". He's got a lot about him. Has young Calvin. 21 years of age. We're going to take him 6 years into the future. So strap on board, viewers. Let's have a look at his first season. Okay, now we're not necessarily going to really focus on how the club does because they don't do that well, unfortunately. They finished in 8th place. But Calvin Stengs got the most assists, and this is really what we're trying to highlight. Of course, we need to play around with like a tactic and stuff, which will make the whole side play better, but there we go. Anyway, as you can see, after just one season, he has already vastly improved in a number of different attributes. I noticed his dribbling has definitely gone up, to say the least, and a few of his mental attributes as well. So, starting off, he already has a 4-star current ability with a little bit more potential as well. History then. How has he performed this season? We've seen that he got 15 assists already. He's also picked up 5 goals. He got 1 player of the match with an average rating of 6.94. So that's not too bad. Picked up 16 assists in total with 7 goals. So a couple more goals and 1 more assist. But that's not too great, and if we do look at his progress very quickly, before we move on to the next couple of seasons, we can see here he is progressing really nicely. A vision there has gone up by 1 completely. A few of these have gone up by number, but not by like arrow plus 1, which it kind of means it hasn't gone up by a whole 1. It's gone up by majority, which means you can see it's gone up by 1, but on the arrow where it says vision has gone up by a whole 1, it's not the case, and I'm sure you kind of got the gist of that because it's difficult and someone had to explain it to me anyway. I also forgot to mention, by the way, that this player you can pick up at the very start of the game for £30 million. It's an offer that they accept without any add-on clauses. I know I usually show that and I just forgot this time round, but I'm sure you trust me in the fact that he does cost £30 million at the very start of the game. Of course, if you're a little bit further ahead, they might want a little bit more, might want a little bit less if he's unhappy or whatever, but that is how much this guy costs. It's quite a lot of money, but I think it's worth it in the long run, and I'll show you why in a sec. Right, you will notice, viewers, that we are in the 3rd season now, and we are at PSG, and for good reason. Transfer-wise, viewers, we managed to sign Calvin Stengs here. We only paid 20 million, but that is obviously because we are doing the transfers ourselves. Here is Calvin now at the age of 24. He is a lot better. He's progressed very nicely in a few attributes here, especially mentally, going forward from where we picked him up at AZ. Now, he's had a season in between, and he had a great season in between. 12 goals, 13 assists with a 7 average rating. This season, his first season in France, also very good. 7 goals, 16 assists. So, considering he's jumped straight into probably a more difficult league, I'd argue the toss, really. I mean, a lot of people call it Farmers League, but the Eredivisie has some teams who are very poor. Let's just say that. But they also have the likes of Ajax, PSV, of course. But we have Lyon, we have Lille, Marseille, all of these good teams coming through in France. And PSG, 16 assists, 7 goals. Not bad for a player of Calvin Stengs' stature. I quite like him as well for what he is at this point in his career. 24 years of age. Versatile. I think I definitely want him in my side. He actually won the Europa League with PSG as well. That's because they finished third in their Champions League group, which I think is quite funny. I think you would agree. Okay, we have now gone to the end of season number 5. So 2025 is the year. Let's take a look at Calvin Stengs. We see here we've got a promise. We can go straight to him. And look how many greens we have now in the mental attributes. That's great. And he's also gone up current ability as well. So that suggests that he's doing a lot better. 26 years of age now. He is worth 63 million. So you've doubled your money from the very first season when you paid 30 million. 5 years on, you've doubled your money. And I think really, unless you want to sell him, you'd probably want to keep him because he is great. He's had a fantastic season as well. 15 goals and 14 assists. 29 goal contributions in 33 appearances with a 7.13 average rating. A bit more of an average season in the season before that. He did, however, get 25 assists in total. So he got 15 more assists that year in other competitions than he did in the league. And I'm looking down the bottom here. 10 in the league. He had 8 in the cup and 7 continental. So he's done outstanding there to get that amount. If we do have a look at Calvin Stengs this season, again, 25 assists in total. So he's picked up another 11 assists, 1 in the cup, 10 in Europe. That is outstanding. 15 goals in total, so he didn't score in any other competitions other than in the league. Competitions, they were actually rather unlucky as well. They were knocked out in the semi-final by Manchester City there. Did they win it before? No, Liverpool have won it on the bounce. Wow, that is outstanding. Fair enough. But look at this, viewers. He had the most assists in the competition with 10. And I'm sorry, but Kylian Mbappe has scored 30 goals. 30 goals in the Champions League. That is outrageous. We're going on a bit of a time. He scored 57 goals in... That is like Messi and Ronaldo level a few years ago. 89 in total. He scored 89 goals in total. Wow. So no wonder why Calvin Stengs is having a ball. Having an absolute blast. Playing alongside Kylian. That is fantastic. So we have one season left, but before we do, I want you to let me know down in the comments whether you have ever managed Calvin Stengs in a previous Football Manager or this one, and what your experiences was with this player, because I know he's kind of popular, but maybe new players to the game might not have heard of him. I've always rated him in the last 2 Football Managers. He has been fantastic for me both times, and I think this year he could be just as good for that. So let me know down in the comments your experiences with this man. I've just realised as well, everyone's going to be kicking off at me because I haven't changed that yet. I keep having to uninstall the game, and it keeps coming up, alright? So just forgive me. Forgive me, okay? I've changed it now, hopefully it stays. Okay, we're in the final year then, 2026. This is the final season. And as we can see here, Calvin Stengs is now 27 years of age. He's in his prime, and he is still worth £65 million. His attributes look great. So, shall we have a look at his progress since he joined the club? Then, which would be like the 3rd season. So we can see here he's gone up quite a lot in a few of the mental attributes here. And I'll try and post a screenshot of what he was like at first, because if I remember rightly, when myself and Mr. Tom Hines, who was a simulator for this Player Spotlight, had a look, some of these attributes had gone up by 5 or 6. So we'll have a look at that in a second. Hopefully I'll pop up a little screenshot here. But as an inside winger, or an inverted winger, he's been great asset to the club. And let's have a look at his final year here. 14 goals and 11 assists, 2 player of the matches, a good average rating. And yet again, viewers, 20 assists, 21 goals throughout the whole campaign. Did he get above 20 assists every season? He did. While he was in Paris, he got above 20 assists every season. So that is not bad, to be honest. Competitions-wise, he won the Champions League, viewers. He won the Champions League after extra time with PSG against Barcelona. That is fantastic. A league and cup double. Nice. So there we have it then, viewers. A nice little player spotlight here of a player who I think most of you will know or hear about before. 30 million is a lot of money, but if that is a position you are looking for, maybe you're doing a Manchester United save and they need a right winger, Calvin Stengs could be the guy that you pick up. Because as an inside forward or an inverted winger there, he can do the business in the big leagues and in Europe. We've seen that already. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on that man down in the comments. If there's any players that you suggest, also let me know down in the comments. Once the full game is out, we can start doing players with potential ranges and everything like that. And hopefully, viewers, we can have a very nice, successful season of Football Manager, finding all of you some hidden gems on this fantastic game. My name is Omega Luke. Remember to join the Discord. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to follow me on Twitter. And if you want early access to these videos, page.com/Omega Luke Gaming. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much to Thomas Hines. And I'll see you soon. Bye bye.